What's up, everybody? Lucas here, back with another question and answer segment. These are coming from my email list. If you're not subscribed to my email list already, just comment your email or shoot me a message with your email and I'll add you. I'm going to sort of read the questions and answer them to the best of my ability. If you like me doing these question and answer segments and answering your questions, comment and let me know. And yeah. Let's go. Without further, nothing much else to be said. Here we go. These are just coming from my email, reading them off like that. Oh. Reading them off like that. Leave that in there. Okay. Jane Anderson. How often should you do cardio and when? Oh man, this depends on a lot of factors. So if you're not doing any cardio right now and your goal is fat loss, I recommend just doing 30 minutes, 3 days a week, and then going from there. I always recommend doing your cardio first thing in the morning, fasted, so before meal one, before breakfast, or immediately post-workout. Those two times are going to give you the best fat loss results. But how often you should do cardio really depends on, how much body fat you're currently holding, how long you have, how long is your cutting phase, a lot of things. But just start with that. Start with 30 minutes, 3 days a week. I'm currently, Jay Maxey. Next question, Jay Maxey. I'm currently performing 1 hour of lifts a day, but not all in one sitting. Usually 3 rounds of 20 minutes on my spin bike. Is there a difference between a constant time period versus a broken up time period throughout the day? So is there a difference between doing it cardio 1 hour at a time or 3 rounds of 20 minutes? I would like to see you do the 1 hour at a time because I think that's going to burn the most amount of body fat. The problem with doing 3 rounds of 20 minutes is when you're doing lifts, cardio, low intensity, steady state, your body doesn't start tapping into those fat reserves. Like you don't start burning body fat on lifts cardio until about 20 minutes in. It takes about 20 minutes for your body to start burning actual body fat and actually get going. So if you're doing 3 rounds of 20 on the spin bike, you're kind of like stopping, starting, and it's not gonna, you'll burn some body fat because you're doing so frequently, but I don't think it's gonna give you as good of results of just doing it for an hour straight. That's my opinion. You can experiment with yourself and see, but my opinion would be to do it an hour all at one time. Dustin Hodges. Want to start by saying I'm already loving the results only on my second week, but now that I'm on week 2 and going through the workouts, I do have a question. With the chest and delts being completed during the same workout, I was always under the impression it was best to never work out 2 large muscle groups the same day. Is that all a myth? Well, first of all, I'm glad you're liking results. Keep at it. I'm looking forward to your transformation, overall transformation. And second of all, no, I wouldn't say that's a myth, but I will say that I don't think chest and shoulders are 2 large muscle groups. I think you got 1 large muscle group being chest, and shoulders I think is a smaller muscle group just because it's little, it's a relatively small muscle. It's just 3 heads where chest is a big pec. So I'll give you my reasoning behind knocking out chest and shoulders in the same workout. Now, if you're watching this and my client and don't do the same workout, everyone's different. I personally train them separately, but I have done plenty of workouts of doing chest, shoulders in the same workout. So the reasoning behind that is when you train chest, think about it. You're doing the pressing movements. You're getting your front delt pumped up already. So your shoulders are already going to be pumped up. So then you do chest, and then you just finish it off with shoulders. So it's kind of like knocking out, what's the saying? 2 birds with 1 stone. Your shoulders are already pumped from the chest workout, so you just finish them off afterwards. And I like rotating it. I'll do a chest shoulder workout 1 week, and then next week just do a chest day and a shoulder day. So I switch it up, but you can do 2 muscle groups like that in the same workout. And for some people that's what they prefer. Also, a lot of people, they don't have time to go to the gym 5 days a week and do 1 body part a day, so they'll combine body parts. So there's several different ways to do it. All right, this is a question I got asked from a few people. Basically, what keeps you motivated? What keeps you moving? What strategies do you use or suggest for keeping motivated? Things you do. Well, I'll give you my personal. So for me personally, obviously this is my business. I got to produce content. I got to look like I work out, or else no one's going to hire me. So I mean, that's what keeps me motivated. And it just, whenever you're in a set routine and get your workout in, get your exercise in, it makes everything in your life better. If you're not exercising and not eating right, or the times in my life where I slack on the gym or just eat crappy, everything in my life gets worse. Relationships, obviously how I feel is worse, business is worse, just everyday life. Like, you need to have some sort of structure in your life, and along that structure comes eating, a meal plan and working out. It all kind of ties in. Every successful person I know, most of them are exercising some sort or doing something, and they're eating pretty healthy. I'm not saying they're like dieting or ripped, but they got some sort of structure. You need structure, okay? And then as far as, another thing is, whenever you're working out and seeing progress, it builds your self-confidence. And that's something that helps me a lot when when I finish a workout and give it my all, like, you feel like you can accomplish anything. It's just building confidence. You write down a checklist of things you got to do that day, and working out is one of them. When you check it off, that builds confidence because you wrote down something you're going to do, you did it, and that helps you at every aspect, like I said. So I don't know if that was the answer you're looking for, but that's my answer. That's what helps me. Well, I'll tell you right now, what strategies? Write the list of what you got to do, and on that list should be workout chest, workout back, workout legs, whatever your workout is, and then when you do it, you just check it off. That helps me actually. Literally write it down with like a pen and paper, not typing it and not having it in your head, like writing it down. Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, next question is from Marin Brantner. If I butcher your name, I apologize. My lower back and quads hurt when I squat. I feel like I must not be using the right form because it does not feel like I'm working on my glutes at all. What is the right form for a squat? Well, I can't demonstrate that in this video. I recommend you going to my Instagram, LBD_workouts, or since we're on YouTube, just type in the YouTube, or just go to my channel, subscribe to my channel, and type in barbell squat, and you'll see the correct form for squat. But a couple things I'll tell you right now is, if your low back hurts, well, your quads should hurt when you squat, because when you squat, you're going to work your entire thighs as well as your glutes. Now, if you want to target your glutes more when you squat, have a wider stance and point your toes out slightly. But if your low back hurts when you squat, you're probably bending over too much. But if your low back hurts and you feel uncomfortable, just don't do squats. You don't have. There's nothing that says you have to do a certain exercise. You can do hack squats. You can do goblet squats, which is just with the dumbbell like this. You can do leg press. You can do Bulgarian split squat. You don't have to barbell squat. So find exercises that work best for you. And for building, I will say you have to do some sort of squatting movement, but it doesn't have to be back barbell squats, if that makes sense. But make sure you check out the exercises on my YouTube. I literally have like over 100 exercises to refer to for form, correct form. Next question is, there is not concrete answer found for this question. Basically he's asking, more reps with light weights or fewer reps with heavy weights, which builds muscle the best? So this is the age-old question, right? So this is from Shankar. The answer is, you always want to use heavy weights within the given rep scheme. I know it's confusing, but I would never do light weights on purpose, because when you're doing lighter weights, if I'm doing a set of 20, the weight, this is confusing. If you do a set of 20 versus a set of 8, yes, the weight is lighter for the set of 20, but relatively it's heavy. I would never go light. Like, you should never be able to do an exercise and like read a book. You never want to go light on purpose. You're always going heavy in the given rep scheme. But the answer is 8 to 20. So I'll do reps from 8 to 20. I believe that's the best for muscle building. You can even lower it to like 8 to 15. I believe that's the best rep scheme to build muscle, but you're always training heavy. You're never training light unless it's like a warm-up set and those first couple sets of the exercise. but never train light on purpose. You're always training heavy in the given rep scheme with correct form. Next question, is it okay to replace a serving of vegetables in a meal with 1UP Vegans, Greens, and Reds? And yes, absolutely. That's what the product's made for. So if you don't know already, 1UP Nutrition has a superfoods product, which is basically a fruits and vegetables mix, and it gives you all the phyto nutrients that fruits and vegetables provide. So yes, if you're not getting enough vegetables in your diet, have the Greens and Reds product. Even if you are eating enough vegetables, adding that like 1 scoop with breakfast just ensures that you're getting all the nutrients you should be getting. All right, next question. Chelsea Richardson, what does a day of eating look like for you? What are some things you do with the meals? How do you cook them? I'd love to see a video on your meal prep. Well, Chelsea, I can tell you right now, for about the past 2 months, I've been using MegaFit Meals, which is a meal prep service, and they deliver nationwide. They actually prep all the food for me, and I just order it from the website, and they deliver it. So I've been working with them the past 2 months. I don't think that's the answer you wanted to hear. The answer you wanted to hear is I take 1 to 2 days per week to prep my food, which I used to do. Before I had the opportunity to work with MegaFit Meals. But yeah, I would take 1 to 2 days a week. Back in the day when I was working at Walmart, I would bulk cook my chicken. So I'd cook all my chicken at once, like all my chicken for 3 to 4 days, all my rice in a rice cooker. The only meals I would kind of cook fresh was like breakfast, egg whites and oats, or eggs and oats, or whatever your breakfast is. And then I would have 1 to 2 shakes a day. So my meal prep for me personally is very simple. I'll add seasoned salt. I'll add hot sauce from time to time. I can do a video on meal prep though, but like I said, right now I'm using MegaFit Meals. They deliver my food, so it's really convenient for me because it helps, or it takes the time out of my meal prep, and I can focus all my energy and time on what really matters for me, which is my business, helping my clients, etc. etc. Ooh, Hunter Radin. How do you warm up for your workout sets, or for your work sets? On the main 5x5 lift, squat, bench, deadlift. Also, should all sets be the same weight, or should you be increasing weight each set? So you always want to try to increase your weight each set. Yes, like progressive overload is what I recommend. As far as the specific warm-ups for squat, bench, and deadlift, it's the same principle that I preach. There's no specific warm-up for squats. Anytime you're doing legs, I would do 10 minutes on the treadmill. I would do some sort of leg extension, leg press. For bench, I would do pec deck flies. But there's not like a gimmicky warm-up routine I'm going to give you, with bands and all this complicated stuff. You just do the workout or do the exercise, the first exercise, you just do lighter weights. So if you're doing the 5x5 lifts, squat is probably not going to be the first exercise. And if it is, on squats and legs, do 10 minutes on the treadmill to get blood flowing in your legs. But bench and deadlift, you would just warm up that muscle. So bench, pec deck flies, deadlift, lat pull downs, just get blood going in the muscle is the idea. That's going to prevent injury, and that's going to give you a better connection with the muscle because there's more blood flow there, if that makes sense. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm going to do a few more questions here. This one is from Victor Ibarra. Once again, if I butchered your name, I apologize. Why I feel energy less. I'm getting a lot of trouble to get up in the mornings. Bear in mind, a lot of my clients are from overseas, so I'm going to try to translate that. Why do I feel less energy in the mornings? A lot of reasons. It could be, guys and girls, life, a lot of people wake up tired. That's just, part of life. But I will say, if you're eating enough proper nutrients, taking a multivitamin, getting hydrated, and not like eating crappy foods that are gonna make you sluggish, then you're probably gonna wake up feeling a little more refreshed. So that's a tip. You gotta eat clean. When you eat clean, your body's gonna be functioning optimally So the chances of you getting up sluggish are going to be lower, if that makes sense. Also being hydrated. A lot of people, a big tip here, I'll give you guys a really big tip. As soon as you wake up, chug like 16 to 24 ounces of fluid. You know, you're tired throughout the day because you're probably not hydrated enough. So those are two really big keys. Make sure you're eating clean, obviously, and then get hydrated. You know, a tip is just drink water first thing in the morning. But, you know, sometimes you're still going to wake up tired. That's just, you know, you're on the grind, bro. You're on the grind, you know. Use it as like, you know, you accomplished something. You're chugging through life. Okay, last question. I'll end it with an easy one here from Hassan. Which protein is good for skinny guys? So I recommend 1UP Whey. Actually, I'll end it with this. I'll tell you the difference between the 1UP Whey and the 1UP Whey ISO. First off, if you're a skinny guy, go with the whey because it's going to give you some extra calories. Also add a banana, peanut butter. Make it a whole meal. Make it a whole meal if you're a skinny guy. But so the difference between the 1UP Whey and the 1UP ISO is the whey ISO is a little lower calories. It's a more pure form of protein. It's virtually zero carbs, zero fat. It's going to be digested a little quicker. But usually what I tell people is just pick your favorite flavor and go with that one because they're both, the whey and the ISO, are going to yield pretty much the same results. So don't overthink it. Unless you're like in a competition cut or already really lean and trying to get even leaner, go with the isolate because it's a little less calories. But really just pick your favorite flavor and either of them, the whey or whey ISO, will give you great results. I'm going to call that it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're not already. I appreciate you guys watching these videos. You know, we're trying to hit YouTube more often and releasing them once a week, every Monday. Thank you for watching. Text me. I'm the Fitness Plug. Peace.